What's going on, guys? We're here at WNO in Round Rock. We just finished up the first few matches for the B team guys. So yeah, let's just go analyze what happened.
Right, so we got through the prelims and the first match of the main card. So first up we had Taylor.
Yeah.
First of the B team, and she killed it, dominated pretty much all of the match. There were a couple sub-attempts in there.
There was like one sub-attempt from Trinity from like close guard. There was like an arm bar situation, but she was able to, limp arm out.
She cemented a pass, yes, or two.
Was it cemented?
I think she cemented a pass, yeah. I'd have to rewatch, but I'm pretty sure she did.
All right, well, she pretty much dominated the match positionally, I would say so, and it was sick to watch.
Yeah, well, you were cornering the majority for Taylor. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, she looked good. She did a great job of breaking connections early, not letting her enter into close guard. The way that Trinity did get to close guard was off of a shot, which will sometimes happen. The only criticism I would say about the match is the getting out of close guard. A lot of times she would stand up, and then as soon as Trinity would hook her leg, she would collapse back down. You just have to fully commit to vertical posture in that case, and then either kick out, high leg out, or go into wedging back takes, things like that when they try and enter into the legs. So yeah, that would be my one and only criticism, is just getting better at escaping the close guard.
Yeah, it looked like as she was standing up, she was kind of worried about Trin entering her legs. She was kind of hesitant, but it's like if you're gonna get out of close guard, you're gonna have to give up some access to legs for a little bit.
It's better you posture all the way up, so you.
Yeah, you have wedging back takes, you have those high, like limp legs out and stuff like that. So definitely agree there. But pretty much a dominant match for Taylor.
For sure. Next up was JDawg. No.
Yeah,
JDawg.
yeah, JDawg was next. Yep.
Okay. Dude, breaks my heart. He was killing it. Past his guard, past Ben Eddy's guard. Like two times,
maybe even three times.
Yeah. Remember correctly?
Yeah.
Two, maybe three
right
times.
Right to north-south.
And really held him there. Like I'm seeing this and I'm like, all right, he's got this in the bag. It's going to be, like now we're just thinking about submitting him, not, surviving or getting the win on decision. And then Ben Eddy did a good job regarding. Obviously, he's still dangerous the whole way through. He was wrestling way more than I thought he would. I don't know if you guys were surprised by that, but I thought he was just going to pull right away or jump guard or something. But Ben Eddy was wrestling more than anticipated.
Yeah, I was definitely expecting Ben Eddy to wrestle a little bit, but then try to use one of JDawg's shots to get to close guard. Yeah. Similar to what happened with Trin and Taylor. I figured that was Ben Eddy's strategy.
Yeah, I figured, he was going to try and stand and just bait shots into close guard.
And then basically out of, was it in close guard or was it an open
like
guard?
Near pass for, like JDawg was trying to pass.
I'm pretty sure he was like split squat. Or, I could be wrong about this, but from what I remember, I think he was split squat, and he did a really good job of the entire match of rather than playing with an underhook, playing with a thumb post in the armpit. And then in that moment, he kind of messed up and dug for an underhook, and that allowed Ben Eddy to get his overhook, and he started throwing legs up into rubber guard.
Yeah.
Then I think the main mistake he made, because it's not really wrong to go for underhooks in that situation, it's just particularly against Ben Eddy, it's not the best.
Maybe only when you're like already through with your knee for a pass.
You have to at least get over the knee before you start digging for those underhooks. And plus Ben Eddy's whole thing is to get an overhook and work it to close guard, rubber guard. So he got that overhook, ended up going to rubber guard. He was initially going for a Hindulatine. JDawg did a great job of posturing up. And then I think that he should have just stayed posturing up, start working in a knee behind the hamstring and, limp arming out.
He dove?
Yeah.
Kind of rolled forward. I think he was a bit worried about this, the Hindulatine. So he was like, let me try to expose an omoplata with a forward roll. But
so he tried to like roll forward for the omoplata. And then Ben locked up a triangle. Right?
Yeah. He did a forward roll out of the omoplata while Ben still had control over it, over the head. So he ended up in a mounted triangle and unfortunately ended up getting finished in that situation.
But man, JDawg was honestly dominating. Like if that match happens again, it's a simple mistake that JDawg can fix, and then
he'll get him next time.
It's a dominant win.
Yeah.
So
Watch out, Ben Eddy.
Great performance. I mean, dude, Ben Eddy is an experienced competitor. JDawg, you know, is very, very good, but you know, still not as much experience as Ben Eddy.
In jiu-jitsu.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ben Eddy's been competing in jiu-jitsu for you know, as long as JDawg's been doing.
Hundreds of years.
Exactly. A millennia, just as old as my uncle over here.
Yes. Any words about the? Wow.
Meant a few words.
It really is your people, huh? Like stone, rock solid. That's what I mean.
That's how hard I am.
Next on the menu, Woj, baby.
Dude.
Fucking belly, or wait, what was
It was a belly down straight ankle lock.
But
Yes.
we're hearing talks about the trend. What are they saying? Is it trend?
Dog. I don't know. I don't know.
Call it a fucking
It's a
trend.
trend. Yeah. They say that
Lock straight to the veins. Mate, to the unlearned few, like these nincompoops over here, it looks like a belly down Achilles. But to the learned mathematician, scientist of the game, it's a trenbolone lock. Okay, it's where you use utmost strength to explode the other person's leg. Take it away,
dude.
someone.
I mean, Wojcik is a nightmare to deal with. He's just so dangerous from everywhere.
It's like an octopus with piranha arms.
Bro, it's so dangerous
reminds me
going
of.
against that guy. But dude, he entered 50-50 and then had him in a Woj lock, and I honestly thought it was going to be done there.
He looked like he's like, nah, I don't have it. I don't know.
I had to ask.
Yeah, I thought it would finish too.
I thought it
It
was
looked
about
like the
to-
guy was like raising his hand
Yeah.
in it.
I actually thought he did tap for a sec, but I was the only person who thought this. Yeah, and then he let go of the Woj and then ended up with the trend. Belly down trend.
He's so good with ankle locks, man.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
So congrats to Woj. He's happy about it, but doesn't show much of it. He just kind of like double thumbs
Great
up and then
guys.
just like back to not much emotional outburst.
So that's for the prelims, and then first round of the main
round.
card, Owen Jones.
O.J. Simpson brings
Killed it.
us up to date. So it was there were some wrestling exchanges at the beginning. I was sitting behind Lena, so I saw like something at the beginning.
Dude, Julian hit like a nice slide by to near back take. It was like, I thought it was a slide by. I thought it was like a slide by or shuck, and then he goes and jumps for the back. Then they kind of like do like a forward roll, and then the scramble ends up in like neutral. They end up just separating and then
Standing
wrestling
still?
again.
Okay.
And then it's kind of like back and forth on the feet. Owen plays guard a little bit, but then when they stand up, Owen actually hits a nice Kawuchi double. I think it was, or at least arm drag to double, takes him right
Near
down.
the far end of the mat from us. Yeah, I think it was like an arm drag. Koichi
Yeah.
sat him down. Then Julian kind of like says something about it. He's like, "Oh, good one," or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you see. Julian,
Oh, I didn't even see
don't know
that.
if you saw
I
that, but
didn't see.
yeah, Julian's like maybe nice takedown or something. Then what?
I mean, there's some good, back and forth exchanges, and Owen's looking to like, fall back into legs. Julian's also looking for leg locks as well against
They both
Owen.
had good attacks, good counters, good defenses. Going.
Yeah, then ultimately,
Crab right in there.
yeah, there's a good crab ride attempt, and I forget when it really changed, but then Owen comes up on top and then starts his passing pressure, and then you could see like there was a big difference in stamina. Julian started to fatigue a little bit. Owen started going for kind of like his patented north-south passing, ends up solidifying the pass. Julian goes to turtle, and then you see Owen get a good Kawuchi and inserts the first hook, was able to stretch him out a little bit and get the second hook in to lock a body triangle. Then he was in there for like a minute or
On the back for a little bit. Yeah, he locked up a strangle, but like kind of.
I guess the angle was a little off or something.
Yeah, I was surprised that didn't finish.
Yeah,
to
I
be
thought-
honest, I thought
Thought
the
he had
first
it.
one had it. Yeah.
I think Julian was like, he had his shoulder high, like on the side, the hands were locked, so it wasn't really like a clean, you know what I mean, like clean figure four. But then he locked it up again.
He had some good switch attempts. Trying to switch
the switch king over here.
Yeah,
dude.
trying to switch it, and then ultimately, locked up the rear naked choke, and then finished that strangle. It was sick. He started screaming.
Strip club.
Well,
I went to a strip club and still won.
he was like,
that's all I got from him. I
what-
go to strip clubs and I still win.
I heard he turned Irish. Yeah, they're after me Lucky Charms.
Yarra matey. Yeah, pirate now.
He goes, he was like,
I went to the
D1,
strip club.
all British baby, or something like that.
All British, baby.
All British. Is that Australian now?
Fuck, I got my accents mixed up. All British, baby.
Oh, now we're Indian.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, fantastic. Brings us up to date. Good stuff. Very entertaining.
And next we have Nicky Rod versus
Yeah.
Kaynan. That's going to be a banger.
Yep.
Right now, what are you guys going to call?
Who do you think we're gonna call?
Well, no, I'm saying how. I think Nicky Rod takes his back. I think there's going to be hand fighting. Kaynan's going to fatigue.
Yeah, I think Kaynan will get tired. Is it 15 minutes?
15, yeah.
15 minutes, yeah.
Long minutes.
The longer the match goes, the more it
better.
favors Nicky Rod for sure. Kaynan's very dangerous in the beginning for sure. He's got a lot of nice subs, especially a really good front headlock.
Yeah.
But the longer it goes, the more tired Kaynan's gonna get, and I don't know. Nicky Rod never gets tired, so
I'm calling back take strangle.
yeah, same.
Sideways guard jump. Explodes both
knees.
Yeah.
All right.
Cheers.
We are here. The simple men have returned.
From battle, we've won.
Yep.
All right, so we just finished up Nicky Rod versus Kaynan. Let's go through the analysis. All right, you tell us your analysis.
Take
of
it
what we
away.
saw.
I have no idea what happened, but I made it out.
It was a fucking blur. Dude, we're proud. The
Fuck
simple
yeah,
men
dude.
on top.
A little bit of adversity at the beginning of the match. Took me down, got my back, but I was like,
Yep. Quick,
so a notable
quick one
moment,
too.
something I do remember is the moment I got up from bottom. He looked at me and I was like,
I saw.
broke.
I saw that. I saw that.
Dude, literally,
Yes.
I think it was like a minute or 2 minutes in. Kaynan's coming out crazy, and I go to Nicky Ryan, and I'm like, he's gonna gas himself out. And then Nicky was like, yes, you heard me.
I heard you say it. In the first couple collar tie exchanges, he was moving.
He was
lightning speed.
whacking me, and the 2-on-1s, he was squeezing like he was gonna break my
Yes.
forearm. I was like, he's not gonna be able to keep
watching
this up.
I'm like, there's no way this sustains. If it does sustain, that's a problem. But there's no way.
I can't believe he doesn't like pace himself properly for 15 minutes. That was like the first thing that we talked about.
I think he breaks everybody in practice. Like he's probably so much better than those guys. He feels like he's just gonna dominate. You know?
Yeah. So
was in
basically,
Shark
what
Tank.
happened was good hand fighting from Nicky Rod. You could see Nicky Rod was pacing himself properly for a 15-minute match. Kaynan comes out crazy every WNO match, so we prepared for that. And then, actually got up to a single. You put in a whizzer, and he used that to run the pipe, right?
Yeah, it was funny. Oh, my thing's. Sorry.
So
Thank you.
Kaynan got to a single, Nicky Rod inserts a whizzer, and then Kaynan did a good job of running the pipe when you inserted that whizzer. I feel like if you thumb posted and then limp legged,
He wouldn't have got your back.
I don't think he would gotten to your back. But anyways,
The Granbies were also working until.
Granbies were working very well, and then you did a great job of the 4-point escapes. That's something that we worked on a lot for this camp.
That's why I was so comfortable there. I was like, it's not.
Dude, you did so many rounds after your last match. It's like I knew.
Also, Shark Tank rounds. Like you're doing all these movements when you're already like three fresh
I
guys.
was fucking tired in practice, bro. We had
Yeah.
some hard sessions.
Makes
Yeah.
that shit way easier.
So I was able to
yeah.
withstand the storm, and then
The highlight of the match, like what, 12 minutes of smothering. It felt like at least 10.
a long fucking
A
time.
long fucking time of
Do you
just.
think at least 10? I'll be in
I
the top?
feel like at least 10, potentially more, but it's hard to remember. It was a blur. Just
saw
smothering,
red.
getting his elbows up. He looked, even from here, he seemed like still
He
strong.
was strong. I could
Yeah.
have done a better job of committing to the submission. But I think, what was I thinking? I was like, either I can go for the submission, lose the position, but it doesn't matter because I just get it back. If I could go back in time, I'd try to submit him harder as opposed to just going
Hold
for
him
the,
out.
Yeah, I tried instead of just holding him out and going for arm triangle. Like I should have used like the meat hook. Try to get.
you can also
gift wrap, try to
dismount.
get-
You can dismount to like kimuras and shit because you have a great kimura system as well in your Yoko.
You do want to be smart. You don't, like, if you're mount, you should. The only reason you should dismount is because he bucked you off or something.
But with
You're
like
not
2
gonna,
or 3,
like,
2 or 3 minutes
you know.
left, like after all that dominating, I should have just like said fuck him.
Yeah, it was actually like a debate in the corner because Nicky was saying like at minute 1, let's just tell him to go for submissions, like start looking for submissions because he dominated the round. And then it was actually Dima's call to just have you keep dominating on top, which is like both lead to a victory. So I don't think there's a wrong call there.
Yeah.
But
and that last smother, holy shit,
Dude,
I was waiting to go for that
out.
for a while.
bro, that was sick.
If you had done that like earlier on, and he got out, and then again he would be so
Exhausted, right?
much more exhausted. Yeah, he was already exhausted.
I was thinking about that the whole time. I was like, I lose it a lot in practice because these guys know it's coming. But I think if you don't expect it, you like let it sink in, and then before you know it, like, what the fuck? I
and
gotta
you start
get out.
panicking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he was definitely panicking, man. Yeah, if you did that
not like
like
it.
a few minutes earlier, he would have been cooked.
Yeah.
But dude, great shit, great performance. Did you call somebody out? Or you were just like, I was compete against myself.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. They're like, who do you want next?
Amazing.
I was like, just me versus me out there, boy. Whoever.
They're like filming. They're like,
How do we clip this properly? He has schizophrenia.
shit.
Dude,
Didn't take his pills.
who do you think you'll have next? Luke's not a bad match.
Yeah. They asked me Luke. I was like, yeah. And I also said Penna. I think Marekhealth's hurt right now, but I said him. Like whatever. Give me the monies. I'll be there. I don't care.
Fuck yeah, pasta salad.
Pasta salad, baby.
All right.
Simpleman.
Simpleman out?
Oh, Simpleman out,
Thanks for coming, gentlemen.
dude.
Appreciate you guys.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Pasta salad.
Sick.
Later.
Thank you.